Have you ever been on the Auto Train? Well, I have a whole bunch of times. Come with me now as we go on the Amtrak Auto Train's coach compartment. I've taken the Auto Train many times in the past, and usually I try to get a small bedroom, which is a roomette, or even an actual bedroom, which has its own bathroom and shower in it. But they are so expensive that right now I'm not really planning to spend over $1,000 on one of those rooms. So instead, I've decided that I'm going by coach. Now, you may not know this about me, but I cannot sleep in public, so I don't know how I'm going to do this. When you travel by coach, you pay for your seat and for your car. That bill came out to about $430 this time. And $430 is a big difference from over $1,000 for a roomette or even a bedroom. So the train leaves from Lawrence, Virginia. That is where you board it. You have to get there at least at some point before 2:30 in the afternoon. They start boarding around 3:30. This is going to be something else because I don't like to sleep in public and I don't know how this is going to go. Try not to bring a lot of stuff with you because you have to go up those narrow stairs. Now, I lucked out that nobody was sitting next to me, but that is not guaranteed. FYI, somebody that works on the train said that usually during the summer, it's easier to travel by coach because nobody is going to be sitting next to you. However, during the winter, that's another story. Now, I wasn't too happy that I was sitting next to the stairs. Let me tell you why. I was on the second floor of the train, and every time somebody went up and down those stairs, I was right there. I don't want to know how many times people go to the bathroom. I ended up switching seats. You could do that as long as nobody's sitting at the seat that you want. And I did eat my Panera while looking out the window at all this loveliness that was flying by me. You should also know that once you go coach, there is nothing included except maybe a little breakfast the next morning, a continental breakfast. Some people will actually bring coolers with something to drink in them because when you go to the cafe cart to buy stuff, it is so expensive. I honestly wish they would let the people in coach purchase a dinner in the dining cart. You could eat in the dining cart only if you have a roomette, a bedroom, or even a family room, but not a coach seat. Sounds a little classist to me, but whatever. Now, this is an experience here because at a certain time, I think around 9 o'clock, they dim the lights. Everything turns blue. I kind of like that, but it doesn't matter because I have an issue where I can't sleep in public. I know I've said it already, but I'm saying it again. So what I did mainly was just sit there and watch my MacBook Air. Let me give you a good piece of advice, okay? Make sure you buy one of those cushions for your neck. Those things are amazing. Like I said, dinner's not included, but a little continental breakfast is. So I went over there. They do have coffee available, but I'm not a coffee drinker. Here we see some milk and bananas. I got some cereal, and I even got orange juice, and somewhere in there, there's also a coffee cake, which is pretty good. I know I brought like a lot of snacks and things for me to eat, but let me tell you, I was so hungry by the time breakfast came around. It was so delicious. I ate breakfast about 6:30 in the morning. I believe that the the cafe car where they have the breakfast opens up about 6 in the morning. We got to Florida pretty early. We went from Lawrence, Virginia to Sanford, Florida by, I want to say, 9 o'clock in the morning, I think we were there. We were pretty early, I would say. I'm going to put a little music here, so just sit back and relax and watch. I finally made it to Sanford, Florida. Woohoo! I'm about an hour away from Disney. I love Disney. Now it's time to leave the train. And once you're off the train, it's time to go into the train station and wait for your car. Now, if you're one of the lucky 25 or 26 people who decided to pay an extra amount of money to have their car come down, good for you, but that wasn't me. Hi friends, I thought I would come on here in real time because I wanted you to know that once I made it off the train, I just had to wait for the car maybe about half an hour or 20 minutes. It was just unbelievable because I've never had to wait for the car for that short amount of time. And I loved it. After that, I did leave for Disney. When you get to the Sanford station in Florida, you're only about an hour away from Disney. I did go to Disney, but I'll talk about that in some other video. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video and you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I'm trying to grow my audience. Yes, I admit it. I love each and every one of you who has watched my video. And please continue to follow La Vida Teacher. Until next time.